Hello and welcome to Mortal Night Gaming Battle RC Tournament Series number 1. This is our tournament 2 of 5. If you missed the qualifying rounds or if you missed the first tournament, I highly recommend you go back and check out our channel. You can follow us over on Twitch. You can follow us on Twitch and YouTube and all of that right there. Those aren't buttons, they just remind you. And then you can find this game, which is Battle RC, over there on Steam. Make sure you check out the Battle RC Discord community, as most of the bots you're going to see here tonight were made there and by that community. It's a very impressive community, and they really take a lot of pride in what they do. They have a lot of fun building these things, and I have a lot of fun letting them fight each other. So make sure you give them a shout. Let them know that you love them, and we'll get on to the show. So tonight's matchup is going to feature our bracket being from first, second, etc., etc. Well, last week we went from top of bracket to bottom of bracket, and matchup tonight it is going to be by ranking, using a seed positioning of 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So Nice will be facing off against Generator to start the night off, a rematch of our last tournament's championship. Witch Doctor and Clyde will be starting off fighting each other, Emulsifier, Double Time, Behemoth, and Obatron, etc., etc. That way we can allow these 0-pointers to possibly get a good win in, and at least one of them, they will get a point out of it, and we can keep these points moving. Now, our odds-in favorite for this entire tournament seems to be Nice, as he has just managed to be able to prove time and time again why he is the best on the field. He is absolutely tore apart Generator. Generator did put up a good fight, so we expect to see a good rematch here. Generator learned a lot last week, so let's see how he does this week. Let's get over to our bracket. Our bracket is set for tournament 2. Nice versus Generator, Witch Doctor versus Clyde, Emulsifier versus Double Time, Behemoth versus Orbitron. Our left side of the bracket is already set up with some points altogether throughout, winning some matches earlier. Our right side are all matchups that nobody won points in. Pinpoint, Redux, and Blip. We imagine that's going to be a power struggle for control. Blip seems to have gone back to his old ways of just kind of tying them up and trying to win based on counting, count out, or based on just keeping control. Jackpot and Mobius be going one-on-one. That'll be an exciting fight. Mobius, the full body spinner, up against Jackpot, who has been way more aggressive in this tournament. Still didn't net him a win, but to be fair, he had a some tough competition there. Atomic 2 and Lynx going one-on-one. Lynx needs a win here. He knows he does. He's already fallen back into the fans' eyes as being the underdog. Atomic 2 needs a win here. He was looking at being a fan favorite for these tournaments, a favorite to win it, and now he's fallen. Wanhu and Toxic Drake, well, really and honestly, they're exactly where most fans expect them to be. So let's see how this goes and shapes up. Let's get into it. Let's start tournament 2 of our championship series here. Let's go. It's tournament 2, starting off strong with Nice and Generator, the champion and runner-up from the last match. And Nice coming in on the first match here instead of the last for the first round. He's excited. Generator excited to get a chance again at Nice, but Generator is just getting eaten alive by Nice and those that huge shredder on the front. Nice is just not taking any damage. He's keeping those tines locked into him, and he's not slowing down. Generator looks like he's done. That wasn't even close this time. Generator, he learned nothing. You have to give it to Nice there, absolutely dealing damage. You see the front end of Generator is absolutely just torn to shreds. What happened there and why that bot quit working, I can't tell you. Vibrations can dislodge wires, and as long as that bot can't move, that's all it takes to be considered destroyed. So Nice moves on with another point, and Generator stays behind. He still has +4, but Nice moving into an 11 spot, +11 spot on those points. We have Witch Doctor, we have Clyde coming in next. 2+2 tiers, looking to get that next victory and get that next point. They want to go ahead and get rid of this harder competition right off the bat. Keep Clyde low level Low pointed, keep Witch Doctor low pointed, but Witch Doctor is getting the brunt of that flame, and they got to be careful. Clyde is looking to overheat them. He's not looking for the power struggle. He is just looking to overheat the Witch Doctor, and the Witch Doctor can't get away. His front wheels were completely off the ground. Clyde did what he does best. He pulls them up off the ground, and he made sure to lay the flame into him. That's Clyde. That's Witch Doctor for you. Another short match to start off this tournament with, which we expected. I mean, especially with the winner bracket. Now, for the second time in this tournament series, we'll be seeing Clyde and Nice. This time in round 2. Who will take them on in one of the winners in the semifinal? It's right up next, though, is Pinpoint Redux. It's Blip. Who's going on to round 2? This is a good matchup for Pinpoint. Blip has got a habit of being able to get that hammer of his flipped up, but Blip is a big target for that hammerhead to come down on top of, and quite frankly, Pinpoint, he needs a win here. He needs to get on the board with some points. He barely squeezed into this tournament. He wants to make sure he's considered a contender. And up Blip goes across the arena floor. Blip's hung up. Will the Pinpoint bring him off the wall? Looks like he will. He's a fair shot there, and there goes some wheels off of Blip. It looks like Blip is pretty well lost his ability to drive his machine, and now he is just flipping himself up, trying to get center again. I don't think he can move. If Pinpoint wants to take this to judges talk, I don't think anybody would complain. Blip almost destroyed off of that shot to the sky there. That hammer just absolutely obliterated Blip's wheelbase. Looks like Pinpoint Redux is going to come out the winner on this one. And then we're getting the official 10 count right at the 2-minute mark here. 6, 5, 4, and no, Pinpoint's gonna move him. Why are you risking it, Pinpoint? Are you just trying to show off for the crowd, I suppose? He's happy he feels like he's got a guaranteed win here, but he needs to be careful. Blip still has that flipper active. If Pinpoint's hammer gets hung up on Blip, it could easily see him go into that elimination area. We'll have to see how this shapes up. Is Pinpoint just trying to make a point here? Now they're just hung up completely. I don't think Pinpoint realizes where that count is for him. He just needs to move away from Blip and let him have the count. But he simply will not. He just keeps that attack underway, moving him ever just so slightly, keeping that ref's decision from counting off. And Blip is okay with the opportunity to flip Pinpoint into that elimination area there. And now the two are hung up. Blip up against the wall. He's got the 10 count first. Pinpoint, no 10 count. Blip ends up getting moved by Pinpoint, and Pinpoint just does not want to let that count happen. I don't understand why not. He's let counts happen in the past. But tonight, he's got him pinned, and Blip again escapes that count. Pinpoint, and Blip's got to be getting frustrated over there. Their drivers are definitely getting frustrated with Pinpoint's actions here. It feels a little unsportsmanlike. And Pinpoint is looking at even risking overheating his bot here, working it too hard for nothing. Pinpoint still trying to get that definitive elimination. Taking the hammer to Blip's chassis. The refs are calling it. It's done. Blip's got no wheels. He's got no real means of defense, and Pinpoint just pushes it too far, destroying quite a bit of his bot himself. Look at that. Blip gets in a few hits. Gets in 14 hits compared to Pinpoint's 11. He came out with no wheels. Blip, again, leaving this arena with 0 points. But Pinpoint finally on the board with 1. Next up, it's Jackpot and Mobius. Which one of these will meet Pinpoint Redux in the second round? We'll have to see. Let's go. Jackpot and Mobius is going to be an interesting matchup. Mobius with that full body spinner, all that weight he's got behind him, all the weight in those weapons, and Jackpot's bringing in the fork configuration again. He saw he was slated for Mobius and changed his mind on his shredder configuration and decided to go with the fork so he could throw Mobius up like he's doing. Jackpot looking for that elimination, and Mobius is out. It's done. Jackpot gets on the board with his first points of this tournament series. It's going to be Jackpot and Pinpoint in the second round. Second round is really shaping up. These have been quick matches in this tournament so far. We've only been going for 10 minutes here. And with that, I will say now that Jackpot, he's coming back with some heart this time. He's took that loss with a little bit of grain of salt from last time. He's looking to place. Now he's only got 1 point on the board. Nice is still going to be in the lead with 11, obviously, but Jackpot now has an opportunity. Mobius is 2 tournaments down with no points, so he's going to be in the bottom ranking of that 16, I imagine. We're gonna have to get some points on the board for Mobius if he expects to end up in that top 8. Mobius is just not showing the kind of attack that he has in the past. Let's just go over our bracket a little bit here. Our bracket sits here, and so far we got Nice and Clyde in the second round, Pinpoint and Jackpot in the second round. Nice and Clyde is a matchup that has happened twice now, and once to Clyde, once to Nice, so this is kind of a rubber match coming in. We're seeing Lynx and Atomic 2 next, Atomic 2 next, and then Wanhu and Toxic Driver. And that will decide the next set of round 2, so let's go ahead and get in it. Let's keep pushing this tournament through. Next up, it's Lynx. It's Atomic 2. It's a flipper and an egg beater. Let's go. Lynx has surprised us in the past and having a poor performance and then coming out of that poor performance for the next tournament and absolutely dominating. Atomic 2 has been consistent in everything he has done. So we expect this to be one heck of a fight. And Atomic 2 flips Lynx up, but Lynx returns with a flip of his own. Atomic 2 going up to the ceiling, coming back down on the hammer on Lynx and Atomic 2. Both of these bots taking a lot of damage in this battle so far. Atomic 2 is just getting hammered and pushed around here. Lynx looking for that elimination, as he's been prone to do all through the qualifying rounds. Atomic 2 is just looking to get away from that and get an edge on Lynx. Lynx is up on his back. This is his weakest spot. Atomic 2 just about flipped himself into an elimination there. And Lynx is looking to get a head start on that elimination, but he's not. Lynx comes down hard by Atomic 2's flip. Atomic 2 is just laying into Lynx here, controlling the battle now. Lynx coming out swinging, and he's got Atomic 2 on the ropes again. Looking at that elimination area, and Atomic 2 is gone. He is eliminated. Lynx is your winner, moving on and putting his points on the board. And with that, Atomic 2 stays at 0. Lynx moves up to a 1 point. So he's sitting above Atomic 2, but he's got to win another match here. Lynx needs to be in that top 8. I'm telling you, he's deserving of it, and he knows it. He's just got to earn his right to get there with these points. So who's going to be facing off against Lynx? It's Wanhu. It's Toxic Drake. Toxic Drake is just one of those entrants that came out swinging hard, but has not been impressive since the tournament series started here. Looking in to qualify for champion, and he's sitting at 0 points, but so is Wanhu. So Wanhu is the point player of the game, and it's kind of hard to do that whenever you don't have any points to begin with. So he's got to get a win here. Both of these competitors need one. Toxic Drake still in that not sure if he can pull it off kind of mentality of these people around here, while Wanhu has proved himself in 4 tournaments to be a formidable foe. And Toxic Drake looking for that elimination on Wanhu. Wanhu gets out of it, though. Toxic Drake looked like they thought they had him. They had him set up in that eliminating corner there, and it just did not work out for him. All right, is he going for the hammer, or is he just trying to get in a better position to get him sent over? And Toxic Drake comes up. Wanhu has the hammer brought down on him. Wanhu looks like he's going to have some damage done. Again, that hammer, and that hammer is sealed the deal for Wanhu. He leaves the arena with no points, and Toxic Drake comes out with 1. Wow, what a battle there. we're going to have to get an update on our point system here, because we got some competitors that have got to get a new point upgrade here. This is how we look after coming up after our first round here. We got two more matches left: Emulsifier and Double Time, and Behemoth and Obatron. Behemoth and Obatron is going to be the interest that I have the highest in. Double Time and Emulsifier, I believe, is going to be a chaotic fest of just them throwing each other in the air and slamming each other around. So let's get it. Our next match is Emulsifier and Double Time. Let's go. Emulsifier coming in here. He was an odds-in favorite in the qualifying rounds. Now he's a middle-of-the-pack favorite. But he could surprise you. He's got the ability to damage an opponent heavy, and he's got a little bit of durability, but Double Time is used to that. Double Time has been plowing through some bigger opponents, and he's doing the same thing here. He's controlling Emulsifier by doing what he does best, putting you in the air with his double beater spinner. Setup is just nothing that Double Time can do wrong here against Emulsifier, apparently. And Emulsifier meeting that hammer, you got to imagine that team is just tired of seeing that hammer come down on their bot. And it looks like Double Time is having some trouble with his ability to control his bot now. We're not sure what happened here, but he's having trouble. He's having to sway back and forth, get that shift. And that hammer just keeps coming down on Emulsifier. You can see that wear and tear coming down to him. Emulsifier needs to get out from in front of Double Time there, and it looks like Emulsifier is about to power down, but so is Double Time. Double Time on a 10-second count out. Double Time moves just in time. He's got Emulsifier pinned up there, and the hammer comes down on Double Time. Yeah, he's definitely having trouble moving that bot. He's having trouble keeping it moved, and that's it. Emulsifier is eliminated, and Double Time moves on. Emulsifier stays at 1 point, but Double Time moves up to 2 points. Double Time moving ahead of Emulsifier completely in the rankings now, and you can see the damage that Double Time took going into that giant vertical asymmetrical spinner of Emulsifier there. Emulsifier's got chunks taken out of his blade. Emulsifier really just, I expected to have a little bit more out of him. He's so mobile. Emulsifier is just not showing what he can do in this tournament today. Next up is Behemoth and it's Obatron. Behemoth and Obatron is going to be an interesting matchup, and like I said before, it's probably the most interesting one of the match for me, because Obatron he's come up on top most of the time. He's been the underdog. He even almost beat Nice, so let's see what he does against Behemoth. And Behemoth charges in, waits for the flip like he should be, and no, he's back to just stomping his weight around the arena. And it looks like Obatron is stuck on his side. Behemoth definitely did some damage there, and Behemoth throws Obatron into the elimination grounds, and Obatron is done. Behemoth, on a quick attack, just caught Obatron completely by surprise. That's what you got to do with Obatron, though. He's got so much speed to his bot. And Obatron here is staying at 1 point, but Behemoth is moving up to a 2-point position. How this is all going to turn out is going to be beyond me. Alright, that's the end of round 1. So let's get over to our scoreboard. Well, the scoreboard goes as followed. Nice is still in the lead at 11. Generator coming in at 4. Clyde coming in at 3. Witch Doctor at 2 points. Double Time at 2 points. Behemoth at 2 points. Pinpoint Redux finally got on the board with 1 point. Jackpot pops off that top 8 spot with 1 point. Lynx is in 9th with 1 point. Orbitron 1 point. Placing ahead of Toxic Drake just because of his ability to go in and attack so effectively. While Toxic Drake has really struggled in this tournament. So we're just placing Toxic Drake a little bit lower. If Toxic Drake wins their next match, they'll be above them in points anyway and getting into that top 8 by the look of it. So we'll see how this shapes up. We're going to go ahead and get back to our bracket. We're looking at Nice and Clyde coming up first. Now, Nice and Clyde, their rubber match here of this series from qualifying 1 all the way coming into this tournament. Last tournament, they come into the semifinals against each other, and now they're in the second round against each other. So let's go ahead and let's go. Let's let Clyde and let's let Nice do their thing and show us how it's done. Clyde has been the best whenever it comes to the ability to counter Nice. So let's see if Clyde can do his job and get that overheat on Nice before Nice can get off all that damage on Clyde. And Clyde is driven into the side. He's not going to have a chance to shoot those flames. Not in the efficiency that he needs. He's up on top of Nice now, but Clyde is destroyed. Nice makes short work of Clyde, just absolutely grinding him and slamming him into the wall there, and Clyde he had no more left in him. That team is signaling that he's done. Sometimes those flamers are cool, but whenever they start working against you, that puts Clyde up. It keeps Clyde at 2 points as well, so we're going to see him fall down from number 4 in those brackets. Nice coming up. Nice be coming up. Nice will be coming up to 12 points after that win. Clyde will be staying at 3 points after that win. Generator, he's still going to hold above Clyde, but you got to imagine somebody's going to be able to take that second spot away from Generator. Those 4 points will matter quite a bit, but who's going to meet up with a Nice in the semifinals? We'll find out later. But first, it's Pinpoint Redux against Jackpot. Let's go. Pinpoint Redux and Jackpot going one-on-one here. Jackpot is kind of my odds-in favorite for this match, but Pinpoint Redux really needs the win here. He can get those 2 points, and if he can keep Jackpot at just the 1 point that he has, that'll really give Pinpoint a little bit of an edge in the competition here. This is really a need-to-win side of the bracket, though, so we will see who gets there. One of these competitors will end up with a 4. And it could be Jackpot. It could be Pinpoint. Right now, Jackpot is absolutely controlling this match. You got Pinpoint is stuck inside there. Jackpot's looking for the elimination. He's looking for the elimination now. He wants to throw Pinpoint over into that corner. All he's got to do is make him touch the ground, and that hammer just going back and forth looks like, and it's over. It's it. Pinpoint Redux gets thrown into an elimination. Pinpoint Redux keeps that 1 point. Jackpot moves up into a 2 point tier. You have to think Pinpoint's a little disappointed there. We'll get back to our bracket now. You have to think that Jackpot is just a little bit happy with that win there. Pinpoint has been a technological marvel whenever it comes to the technicality he uses in this arena, and it's got him pretty far. He beat Blip. Blip has not actually made it too well in this tournament since it started, considering he came into the tournament and won the top 5 positions. And now we're looking at Blip as possibly being a bottom of the barrel. He's right now he's holding a 13 position, but with that performance tonight, you got to imagine Pinpoint really took a lot out of him. Jackpot just turned the tables around on Pinpoint. Now it's Lynx and Toxic Drake. Lynx is definitely looking to get the win here, but with a giant flipper like Toxic Drake, you got to imagine that Lynx's speed is going to be what can win him this match. He's got to stay out from in front of that thing, and we'll see how it goes. Let's go. Lynx in that egg beater is just, you know what you're going to get out of it. Sometimes it's easy to counter, but most of the time it's not. And Toxic Drake gets under Lynx, and there goes Lynx into the air off the side. Lynx is up on their head. It's their weak spot, and Toxic Drake just managed to control them, put them right where he needed them to be. And Lynx just getting absolutely handled by Toxic Drake. Toxic Drake looks like he's looking to get him put behind that hammer, but that hammer comes down on top of Lynx. And Toxic Drake's still trying to flip him over, hoping for a 10 count on that referee. He knows how dangerous Lynx can be, and he doesn't want to leave it to chance. He doesn't want to leave that egg beater on the field. He pops Lynx up again, coming down on top of that auger, and that did some damage. Now Drake is going end over end. Lynx is hooking up with Drake, getting underneath him. and getting Drake sent into the air. Now it's starting to even up. Lynx is starting to turn the tide of battle here. Lynx and Drake are just the match for the evening to watch here in this tournament. Lynx sending Drake up again. Those flaps not helping Drake in this situation, just making him go up higher. Lynx trying to get a good position, but it looks like his navigation's a little bit off. He's not able to control that bot of Lynx as well as he did before. Lynx comes down with a big hit. And another one from Toxic Drake, and that's it. Lynx's drivers are signaling he's done. That last flip was enough to see him packing. Lynx staying at a +1, and Toxic Drake moving above him in the rankings to a +2. Whoa. Coming into this, Lynx was coming in at number 9, and Toxic Drake coming in at number 11, even below Obatron. And now Lynx is capitalizing here and just taking advantage of Toxic Drake and his slower speed there. Just absolutely throwing him around, and then Toxic Drake just comes out and gets the right angle, keeps Lynx set upside down, keeps him bouncing across the arena, and Lynx just could not hold up to the amount of damage gravity was bestowing upon him after those flips. Here we go. Now we're coming back to our bracket here. Toxic Drake making it into the semifinal. He's got a chance to get a +3 if he can take out Jackpot, and he's going to be faced up against either Nice, Double Time, or Behemoth. All three of those bots are going to give him a run for his money, but Toxic Drake just proved by defeating Lynx. Now you can't count him out of this tournament. Toxic Drake moving up to 2, leaving Lynx behind at a +1. Jackpot at a +2, leaving Pinpoint Redux behind at a +1. Nice moving up to a +12, and Double Time, Behemoth looking for the win there. Who's going to face off Nice with Nice in the next round? Who's going to go to the semifinals? It's Double Time, it's Behemoth. Let's see. Behemoth you'd think would be a great counter for Nice, but Double Time really wants the opportunity to show this crowd that he can beat Nice. Everybody does. Nice has got that target on his back. The damage that thing does, everybody wants to see if they can beat it before it beats him. And look at this, Double Time flinging Behemoth up in the air. Behemoth is just not sure what to do here against this. Was not expecting Double Time to start coming at him like that. He's starting to work for more control, but he can't get that scoop underneath him. And Double Time sending Behemoth up on top of the cage. It's Behemoth shoving Double Time into the spikes, getting that lift underneath him. He's looking for that elimination. He does not want to play, and Double Time is eliminated. Behemoth moves on to the semifinal, coming up against Nice. You have to wonder if Behemoth is going to be able to get underneath Nice. Those two have faced off before, and Nice has absolutely ate through that metal plate at the front of that big bulldozer of Behemoth. Double Time disappointed in this one. Double Time definitely came out as the odds favor for this match, but Behemoth just played it right, kept his shovel down unless he needed it up. And he was trying to get those flips on, and he managed to do it. You can see the damage and the wear and tear done on Double Time's blades there. It's just that was a shocking battle. I can't believe that came out. Let's get back to our bracket, and then we'll visit our scoreboard again. Nice coming up into the semifinal against Behemoth, Jackpot, and Toxic Drake. We only have one repeat coming into the semifinals here, and that's Nice. Will Nice take it off again and get another 10 points added to the scoreboard? We'll have to see. Let's get back over to our scoreboard and check that out. And here we have the scoreboard after our second round. We're looking at our semifinal with Nice and Behemoth coming in, Jackpot and Toxic Drake coming in. Our scoreboard, Nice reading 12 points. It looks like he's just going to hang on to that commanding lead. Generator still in second with 4 points, but Behemoth is creeping up at 3 points. Clyde with 3 points. Witch Doctor with 2 points. Jackpot coming up with 2 points. Double Time with 2 points. Toxic Drake entering that top 8 with those wins today in this tournament at 2 points. And then from there you have Lynx, Orbitron, Pinpoint Redux. Mobius starts the no points, and then Blip with no points. Atomic 2, Wanhu, and Emulsifier. All of these bots just hanging out with no points, and you gotta wonder, when are they gonna be able to get onto this board? I mean, you have Emulsifier, which you would think that they'd be flying all over this place. However, they just have not had the ability to capitalize on anybody so far. It's almost as if they figured out Emulsifier works and just get them to the hammer, their best friend. So we'll see as we start our semifinal round. So let's get back to our bracket and get back into game. And let's let Nice and Behemoth take us on a trip down memory lane. Last time these two met, Nice absolutely chewed through Behemoth's big giant shovel in the front. However, Behemoth did get a few good flicks on him and almost eliminated him into the corner. So we'll see how this goes. It's Behemoth, it's Nice. Let's go. Nice is definitely holding a commanding lead in this tournament so far with 12 unanswered points essentially. And he's already looking at going into the championship again if he can just repeat defeating a bot that he already has in Behemoth. But Behemoth has now put himself in the top 3 with plus 30 points, going over Clyde for hanging in there. And Nice goes right into Behemoth. Behemoth is almost done and over with, you can tell. And that's it. Behemoth has been shaken to a stir. That shredder just eats through anything. And Behemoth is done. It's just been a few seconds, but Behemoth is over. We have to wonder, when it boils down to Nice, is there going to be a good counter for him? I mean, this tournament is shaping up to be his tournament. If we could very well see 23 points on the board at the, or 20 points on the board for him at the end of this match. He goes on to the championship. Now, it's really about who's going to be facing Nice every round, isn't it? Because it's looking like Jackpot and Toxic Drake, they're going to be going one-on-one, and they're trying to determine who's going to take on Nice for the championship round. And we're looking at tournament number 2, and our winners are close at hand. Let's go. Toxic Drake and Jackpot are probably the perfect square off. They both need those points. They're both tied at 2 points in the rankings, 6 and 8 respectively, and Toxic is just wanting to prove that a flipper can still handle these tournaments, really, more than anything, I think. I mean, he's pretty well he's the only flipper left. He's the only flipper that made it in aside from Blip and Atomic, but those two seem to be having the hardest time of their life. And Drake is getting pinned up against the side wall by Jackpot. Jackpot's not playing around. He's looking to keep control on Toxic Drake. Toxic Drake goes into the elimination square. That tail landing there calls it a day for Drake. Drake will end the tournament with +2. Jackpot moving up to the +3. He's tied up there with Behemoth and Clyde now. Hole pulling ahead of Witch Doctor. Who would have seen Jackpot pulling ahead of Witch Doctor in this tournament? Not me. Not me. Well, that's, folks, that's just how it works in this. I mean, sometimes you come into these and you have a you have an idea who's going to win. And so far, it's a pretty safe bet to think Nice is going to win. He's looking like he's going to take his second tournament home. But we apparently cannot count out Jackpot, because Jackpot just proved that Toxic Drake is just here to play. He's not serious. That's what he's thinking. But Toxic Drake, he's still going to end up in that top 8 so far. And if he can just hang on to those points positions, it's the last tournament that really matters. It's the 8-man for the title. That's what matters. So we'll get back to our scoreboard here before we start our championship round. And we are looking at the scoreboard after our semifinal round has concluded. Nice pulls up to a nice lead at 13 points. Generator holding that second point. Jackpot coming into third. If you would have asked me at the beginning of this if Jackpot was going to be outranking Witch Doctor, I wouldn't have told you no. Behemoth outranking Witch Doctor, I would have told you you're crazy. But we have quite the little mix-up here. Emulsifier coming in dead last. Wanhu right above him. Atomic 2. Blip. Mobius still with no points. Lynx just out of contention range with 1 point. Obatron with 1 point. Pinpoint Redux coming in with a very underwhelming performance earlier. against Jackpot, and I feel that they kind of fell in the rankings for me quite a bit watching that. And a Toxic Drake coming in on 8, he's lost to Jackpot, so this is just where he's set. But if he doesn't have another good tournament next go, then we can see him slip into the bottom 8. We need the top 8. That's what you need, Toxic Drake, to get to that title match. Nice is just pulling out and ahead of this, and he is looking at tournament 2 right now. Championship. It's Nice. It's Jackpot. It's time to go. So let's go ahead and get back to our program here. Let's hook up with Nice and Jackpot for the championship round of this tournament. Let's go. Just an absolutely impressive showing all the way around. We're looking at either a really fast match, or Jackpot is going to take control of this match and keep Nice away from being able to hit him. It's just all there is to it. It's just trying to keep those blades from hitting you, as Nice is just intense. Jackpot getting those forks underneath him, but he's just eating those shredding ability, and now he's got them flipped up. Nice is going into the auger. Jackpot knows how to win, I'll tell you that. He's flipping Nice up again. He's trying to get those hits on Nice, but Nice is seemingly not taking much damage to this at all. And Jackpot coming around the hammer comes down. Jackpot has got Nice pinned. He's looking to pin him up against the wall is what he's trying to do. He needs a ref count, and he knows it. He either needs a ref count, or he needs to put Nice's belly to those blades. But Nice gets around. He gets on the side of Jackpot. He's going to vibrate something loose if he keeps it up. That blade is at maximum tilt. You can hear the hum all the way up in the upper stands. There's a countdown down. 3, 2, 1, and it's down to the wire. Who's going to win? Jackpot is eliminated. Nice captures a second tournament battle. The two getting hung up there at the end, and the referee count started just fractions of a second for Jackpot than it did before Nice. You could see it winding down. We weren't sure he was going to take that. They both pretty well quit moving seemingly at the same time, but Jackpot just got pinned there. Jackpot was controlling that battle. He was doing exactly what we expected him to do. What we said he needed to do to win against Nice. Jackpot goes in there. He controls the battle. He gets Nice on his back, flips him over. He's an easy bot to flip. He pins him up against the spikes. The poles are moving. Nice is not taking a lot of damage, though, because every time Jackpot could get a good positioning, Nice could get moved enough to get too vertical for those big spinners of his to hit. You have to wonder, is Nice going to come into the next tournament with this same configuration, or is he going to go shredder? I don't think it would have helped him in this match, but those forks definitely have. And so far, Jackpot is not giving any indication he wants to come off of this configuration with the forks. However, Witch Doctor is talking about coming out as just Witch Doctor again. With their lackluster showing in this tournament, I imagine those forks will be coming back for them as well. So let's go ahead and declare our winner here. It's Nice, once again, claiming the victory spot here in Tournament 2. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for showing up. Nice is going to top out the board with 20 points. He's got 2 victories in a row. Nice, with 2 victories in a row now, he can pretty well just sit back. Nobody's going to be able to catch up to him unless somebody else wins the tournament 2 or 3 times. So he is qualified. He's only going to be stopping other people from qualifying. So we'll go ahead and we'll get back into it next video whenever you come back for Tournament 3 of Series 1. We're on our way to declaring those top 8 for that championship round. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like us on Twitch, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, subscribe, do all your cool stuff. You can find me at Mortal Knight GA1 on X. I share mostly memes, but we're doing a lot of BattleBot stuff here lately. This has been Battle RC on Steam. You can find it for super cheap. Visit the Battle RC Discord community to find all the bots you see here, or most of them. And enjoy your day. Be nice to each other and be safe. Later.